Hey everyone! Today I'm going to talk about the most fascinating and the best qualities about the INFJ. Without further ado, let's get started on this wonderful type. They have many contradictions. Yeah, I said it. Contradictions. They have a calm exterior, while they may have a bottle of confusion internally. They can read people very well, but they may not understand the nuances and complexities of themselves. They can be spontaneous and like to implement ideas on the spot, yet they can stick to routines and self-imposed obligations. And that's why sometimes they may think of themselves as ENFPs or other P-types. For example, they may be like spontaneously say, hey, let's meet somewhere. But then while you're meeting, you notice them looking at their watch and they're like, okay, I have to go in about 15 minutes because I've got to get home to take care of some things. They love people and enjoy them so much, but that can also be something that really overwhelms them. So they can also lose energy from being around people too much of the time. Another fascinating fact is that they are perfectionists. They can be very hard workers and make things as best as possible, top notch. So they really push themselves, and that perfectionism can really start to drive them a little crazy inside sometimes. They are extremely intelligent. They're deep, deep thinkers. Like, think of a deep sea diver, that's them. And they also retain a lot of information. They have intensely close relationships, so they may not get that depth with everyone, but if they're really close to you, you get a really deep insight into them. So their relationships, their true relationships, can be quite intense, and they can also be quite private with their inner world. Their intuition is amazing. Everyone knows that. They've got introverted intuition, so they can go deep, and that's what they lead with. So they can step into another person's shoes. They can open others' viewpoints and explore them. It makes them compassionate, and they may actually be less judgy than ENFJs in accepting people for who they are. So an ENFJ, sometimes you can see their curiosity, but sometimes INFJs kind of let you be a little bit more. They feel what others feel, literally. They just have a knowing. Sometimes they can be so in tune that it appears that they're predicting the future. Here's another best thing or interesting thing about them. They can actually be very spiritual. They can go inside themselves to get insight before helping others with problems. So they're able to use their feelings combined with the intuition to help people learn more about themselves, so that they are empowered, and that person will be empowered to solve personal problems. So in other words, they won't necessarily judge a problem or solve it. They can tap into the unconscious world to give additional insight to people that they really, really, truly care about, or even in a counseling session. They're usually quite independent. They kind of have the brother or sister INTJ type that's kind of next to them, so they can kind of tap into some of that independence. INFJs can be similar to INTJs in their convictions and their decision making. And they may not be as concerned about what other people think of them as some other types are. Here's another best thing about INFJs. Sometimes they can be empathic and know what someone feels before they even feel it. They can be excellent at reading people, and this can also be a source of comfort to people. Finally, INFJs, although they love being around people and interactions, they need quiet time to rejuvenate. It's important and it's essential. They especially love to read and study in their free time. So I hope you enjoyed learning some of the best things and the funnest things about INFJs. Tune in to my next video that's coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.